Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. So, if you're new to my channel, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self love, the law of attraction, and many other magical topics. Today I'm not in my temple because it's quite cold um, and so this is one of my more comfortable videos, but the scenery around me isn't the nicest. But if you're new, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about self-love and how it prepares you to deal with negative people. So if you, for example, love yourself and self-love is a journey, it doesn't mean you won't run into problems or issues with other people. It doesn't mean if you are in a good state of being, because that's what self-love is, a good state of being, well, you won't run into obstacles in life. Everything that happens to us in life, we will have good experiences as well as bad, and each experience teaches us valuable lessons. So, but if you were under an attack, for example, and a verbal attack, so a negative person or someone with narcissistic disorder accused you of something you're not, and you knew you weren't that. So if somebody said you're evil or you're a horrible person, you're not good enough, or they said all these things, right? So naturally, and that under that experience, your ego is attacked, your persona is attacked, and this person is sort of like poking you with a stick, and they're really poking at some insecurity. So if you say back to this person, I am good enough, I am worthy, or I'm not evil. For example, if you respond to that person, you react and you defend yourself in quite a aggressive way, but affirmative way. This is because this person, there's a part of your mind in this unself-conscious what doesn't feel good enough, what doesn't feel worthy, what does feel bad or evil, and that person is able to see that within you, that um, lack of self-confidence, and they're able to pick up on it and then use it against you. Now, years ago, the old me, if someone would call me anything, I would get quite angry and defensive. But now I'm a lot older and more spiritual, I would say, okay, is that so? So if anybody accused me of anything, I would say, okay, because that's their opinion. And then, is that so? In other words, is what you're saying really the reality? And that's what I would say. And self-love prepares you to deal with negative people. Because if you know you're good enough, you know you're worthy, you know what you're good at, you know your strengths, your weaknesses, you don't need validation from anyone else, and you don't need anyone to put you on a pedestal. And because you're working on yourself and focusing on what you need, no one can really bring you down. Um, doesn't mean you won't run into obstacles or problems, but self love prepares you to deal with those obstacles. The sad thing is, though, when it comes to self love, it's such a wonderful art. It opens so many doors, but it's something many people they don't learn it in school because it's not taught in schools, and many parents were never taught by their parents how to love themselves. So it's something that you really need to read up on and research or watch videos like mine and many others. Lavender is a great YouTuber who also talks about self-love. So people like me, Lavender, and many others, we are sort of, helping people to sort of love themselves. And when you do love yourself, it really opens doors, because if you're in a good frame of being, self-love is about knowing yourself. So you'll know yourself, know your strengths, your flaws and weaknesses, and you'll get to a point where you know what they are, you accept your flaws and weaknesses, and love yourself regardless. You will know what you're good at, what things you like, what you're good at, what you're not so good at, what you like, what you don't like. So you'll know yourself inside out, and you respect yourself and be kind to yourself. And self-love breeds self-confidence, self-belief, self-forgiveness, and self-care. These are important things, and self-love opens the door to these things. And self-protection, not in the way that you need to be. With negative people, you shouldn't react to them by saying, no, I'm not that, and how dare you, because you're just giving them what they want. You should just say nothing or go, okay, is that so? You can find your own words to reflect back what a negative person is saying. And because you love yourself and you're in a good frame of mind, that person won't be able to bring you down or make you feel bad. But if someone accuses you of things you know are not true, you react to that person by saying, how dare you, and I'm not that way. There's a part of your mind that does think you are that way, and there's so much junk in the unconscious mind, and it's important when you're starting to love yourself that you find out about your self-limiting beliefs about yourself, and then change them into positive beliefs. But this takes time, and even after years of learning to fill your mind with positive thoughts, there's always going to be a few dark thoughts that need conquered. And the ego is something that needs to be acknowledged, accepted, and destroyed as well. Because when you're under an attack, the ego and your persona feels threatened. So that's why a lot of people react as well. But self-love helps you let go of the ego and helps you let go of personas, because you're starting to be your true authentic self, and you don't care you don't care who's in your life, who's not. Whereas someone who hasn't found themselves and doesn't love themselves, you will do bad habits, you will fall into addiction, you will hang about with the wrong people, because those people will fill a part of your life which they fill that emptiness, you know. But if you love yourself, you won't hang about with negative people, you won't do negative habits, and it all takes time. And I'm going to leave this video with self-love as well as life. It's like a maze. As you walk through the maze, good things will jump out of you, and you'll learn lessons from the good time, and bad and difficult things will jump out of you, but you'll learn things from that as well. And the maze journey in life doesn't end until your soul leaves your physical body and you enter the next life. However, until we meet again, this is me just talking about how self-love helps you deal with negative people and how it opens doors. Until next time, may part, and meet again. Have a great day. Blessings to you all.